Feels like Super Bowl.
Really?
Big day.
I wore those pants on Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, you did. Well, that's why it feels like Super Bowl.
Wait, did I ever tell you guys? So I know you guys know that I talked to a psychic, but I don't think I ever went in on details that she brought up in my second session that I recently had with her. She paused it. We were having like a deep, serious like part of our call where we were talking about my grandma. And then she pauses and she was like, wait, were you supposed to go to the Super Bowl? She was like, I don't know why, but they're showing me the Super Bowl.
That's so weird.
So weird. And I was like, yeah. Like and you guys know, I've told this story. Like I was minutes away. Like I had the Uber called to get into the Uber to go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And she was like, you were going to meet someone there, right? And I was like, yeah, like it was definitely, I was going there to meet someone.
Right.
And she's like, okay, well, just keep your eye out for this situation. Oh, actually full circle. She was like, keep your eye out for the situation because I feel like whoever it was, he's going to come back around. And I don't like for them to like it has to have some kind of significance because for them to like show me the Super Bowl, just like remember that. Yesterday I was on Instagram and I forgot I even followed him. He posted for the first time in like months and it was a throwback to that weekend.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Has he like liked your shit or anything like that? Like has he crept in? That's ironic though. So weird that was brought up.
Yeah.
Like it's very rare that she brings up like dumbass shit.
Right.
Like, she doesn't ever like waste your time with anything.
No. And for her to be like, wait, after we just talked about my dead grandma, she was
like, wait, actually,
were you going to go to the Super Bowl?
Weird. Because she's brought up football stuff with me too.
Whoa.
I just like that just connected in my head.
Yeah.
Weird. Maybe we need to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, we'll go one day. I was so close.
She was so
fucking close.
Literally, she was doing her makeup and Leanna and I ran to Chipotle to get her food so that she can eat before she goes because we knew the food was going to take way too long at the Super Bowl.
I was on the phone with this guy,
back and forth,
makeup on, Uber like on its way, and he's like, I'm literally running around the stadium right now trying to figure out what wristband is going to get you in, and I just like I don't know if I could do it in time.
Yeah. Their process is so cool to me.
Yeah.
That like color by hour or whatever.
Color by time or whatever. Yeah.
Fucking genius.
So
wow.
Yeah, those pants have a lot of Super Bowl significance to me.
These pants have a lot of meaning. Like,
do they?
Yeah. Like I feel like the weekend I wore them, it was such a good weekend. And then you wore them. Like we both have had like pretty significant experiences in these. And they're just really comfortable.
And they're really cool.
They're really weird. Anyway, it feels like Super Bowl. It feels like a big day because this is our last episode, you guys.
Of season 3.
Yeah, season 2.
Not forever. Oh,
season
2.
Yes. That's right. Season 3 is 1 episode. No, it feels crazy though. It has been such like a day for one, but leading up to this, as we kind of already explained, it was kind of a weird decision and
it was like a last
decision
minute,
to choose that episode 35 would be our last, because as we said, things have just been bottlenecking, and we, after last week, after our going away party in the Bay, after everybody asking, have you found a place? It really started to like make it real, and I feel like we both were like, holy fuck, we need to like
do shit,
find a place.
We have 3 weeks left.
3 weeks left
here in LA.
So 2 days ago, we were recording a Patreon episode, and like we took a quick break because there was like some loud noise outside, so we let it finish to record, and we literally sat on this bed and we were like, okay, well, while we wait, like let's just like look at apartments. Right there, we found so many apartments, but one that we really, really liked. We inquired about like 5 or 6, I think, between the two of us, and they got back the next morning, and we had been messaged. That was 2 days ago. And then he like sent a video, and it really got us because we liked the unit,
But you know, like those ads only show so much of the actual apartment.
So Photoshop sometimes too.
Oh my God, yeah. Like sizes are stretched and shit, especially in New York.
Right.
But he sent a video and we literally sat there and watched it and looked at each other and we're like, yo,
like this is everything.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's really like the unit we found is something like we haven't found in any other ones. Mm-mm. Like it has we each have our own bathroom, which feels unheard of. It's south facing, so we're getting that light all day, which is so important to the both of us. We have big windows and a balcony in our living room, and then we each have big windows in our own rooms, which is huge.
It really checks off so many boxes that I didn't think we'd be able to check off in one unit.
Me too. And I feel you the same. Like the longest time, my only thing was like sunlight.
Yep.
Sunlight. That was my number one thing. I needed direct
sunlight.
And I started even thinking we weren't going to get that because everywhere we were looking, these windows were facing other buildings.
Yep. There was one unit that we were excited for, but we got a video of that one too. And the living room, there's 2 windows in the living room, but they both fully faced like 5 feet away brick walls. And we're like, crazy. I would go insane.
It just wouldn't happen.
No.
I simply would never sign a lease there.
No.
I would
not even last resort. I'd stay here.
No, I was just going to say I'd literally stay here before I moved So, we fell in love with it and we were like, what do we do? And we were trying to like hit up as many people as we could, but honestly, a lot of the people we know in New York are just out of town this weekend of fucking course. And there was a open house on Saturday from 2 to 3. And he told us that. He was like, just letting you know there's an open house. I was like, oh, well, we're California based. Like, I'm going to try and get somebody to come visit. And he was like, yeah, whatever. Sounds good. And literally the next like few hours, we couldn't find anybody. And we were like, yo, this place is going to go. The open house is going to come. And this is going to get snatched right away, as every New York apartment is. That market is so quick.
But like, especially this one for the price, like it's going to get swooped so quickly.
And the open house came around and he called and he was like, hey, just letting you know, like 5 people came to the open house. 2 are very interested. And we were already thinking like, okay, at that point, we need to at least secure it. So we gave them a good faith deposit, which is fully refundable if we aren't accepted, which is really nice. The broker fee is 5% less than the average, like which standard, is really nice. Yeah. It feels like it's really working out, but as of right now, we secured the place with that partial deposit. We sent in all the forms we need to just kind of start the process to see if we're going to get accepted. So keep us in your thoughts. Shit, who knows? Come Monday, once this is released, it might already be ours and we'll keep you guys updated, of course, but
we feel really good about it. Like we were saying, we haven't had a negative gut feeling about it, and that's super rare for us. Yeah. We kind of like to like at least weigh out all the negatives that we feel.
It's realistic. We get realistic about shit.
Yes, but I haven't had any bad gut feeling about this. No. And like a lot of good signs about it too.
Yes. Even the guy we're working with seems really cool. Right. I love how he's so like no bullshit.
Straightforward.
I feel like everybody in New York's probably gonna be like that.
Right.
Even like little angel number signs are really, really creeping up on us. And last night I woke up. I won't say the time because not to give out our address, but I woke up at the time that our address is in the middle of the night. And I was just like, whoa, what the fuck?
And our address, so the number of the street address is the same street address of the house that my grandparents have had since the 60s and the house that my dad grew up in his whole life.
Yep. And, whoa. It's also the first 3 numbers of my mom and Phil's phone number. Wait, it just clicked.
That's crazy.
That's really cool.
It's really cool. Yeah.
It's a good feeling. And we mapped it earlier, and it's a half a mile walk from a Whole Foods, which is great.
There's so many good restaurants.
Yeah. That's what I'm so excited for. Is just the walkable food, because where we live now, it is not walkable.
No.
It's not that it's like hella dangerous necessarily. It's just really run down the area we're in. Love our unit, as you guys I'm sure have
We've
seen a
talked
lot of
about
our
before,
unit.
Yeah.
But like outside of it, no, it's not like the best. And bottom line, like definitely a perk to love the area you live in, but everybody we've spoke to that lives in New York is like, this is kind of how it is. You either love your place
And like
kind of dislike your area, or love your area and really settle on a place. And both of us strongly feel we'd rather love our place and get on the subway and go to an area that we love.
Yep.
Kind of best of both worlds, because come those winter months,
when we're stuck in the apartment,
we got to love it. And we do love it. And it's ours, and we're manifesting it. It's ours. It's ours. It's
we're
ours.
in there like swimwear.
We're in there. It's already, we got that good faith deposit. Like they're going to see that we're hungry on that. Like
I've already started decorating my room.
No, me too. Like Pinterest boards are up, like already thinking. And the set for season 3, as we've said, is going to be, we're thinking like living room vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to be our living room in our apartment.
Retro, funky living room.
Yeah. So we were going to get
like
a third
this
room.
is going to be like when guests come over, they're going to be like, oh, what's that?
That's literally going to be in our living room.
Sick. We get to show it off.
We got to pack it really, really nice. Hella bubble wrap and shit.
Yeah. Damn near fly with it.
No, it'll be fine. If they're packing my mirror,
Oh, true.
like this will be safe. It's pretty durable, honestly, and it's easy to replace. God forbid, they're not that expensive.
God forbid. Yeah, we're excited. It's a lot. Shit is moving quick,
So quick, and today especially, like we sent in shit for this apartment, and we're also recording the last episode of season 2. Today feels like a big
it's wrapping
closed
up.
door, open another yeah. So we just went to lunch to celebrate a little bit, and
What'd you get?
now we're here. I got fries, oysters, and a salad, but I really only ate the fries and the oysters because the fries came out first and I filled up on them.
Yeah,
I regret that.
I got a Caesar salad. I've been
Of
on
course.
such a, you guys. I eat probably like 3 or 4 Caesar salads a week.
I would say
Like 5.
5. You've had about 5 a week for the past 3 weeks.
I love Caesar salad.
It's funny because it's not new. Like you've had them before,
No.
but something just changed in you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I
Good?
think I inhaled a cucaracha. I'm good.
Yeah, so Caesar salads, they're my shit.
They hit, but they need to be ice cold.
And a lot of dressing. They need to be like coated,
Coated, yes, but not
which I don't
a
feel
lot.
I don't feel the same way about other salads as I do a Caesar.
It is different.
No.
Creamy dressings, you do have to go a little bit harder.
Right. You don't want it because with like a vinaigrette, it'll get soggy.
Right.
But that's not the case with like a thick Caesar.
Right.
It's just like the flavor needs to coat every piece of lettuce.
I agree. A Caesar salad sounds kind of good right now.
I could do another.
You probably will for tonight. Oh my God. With, changing our mindset, it's getting really real that we're leaving. It's hitting us both that we're leaving boys that we really like. And we were talking about it earlier on our Hella Zoom call. It's really bittersweet, and it's gonna be okay. It's better than an actual heartbreak where you're going through a literal
And,
breakup.
And it's not bad terms.
Right.
We're leaving with full hearts, which is different.
And these men are excited for us too. And
I could cry right now.
I will cry right now. I have a lot, and I'm really sad to geographically be far away from him. Cause yeah, we are already technically, but obviously cross country is a little different, and you can't just hop on a 1 hour flight and get here. I mean, fuck, a 45-minute flight. It's so quick to go to the Bay and back.
It's gonna have to be fully planned.
Yeah. And it's a lot more expensive to make last minute trips. So
Yep.
it will, like you said, have to be planned. And I don't know.
I feel like, so I've been talking to this guy recently in LA, and I talked a little bit about him when I shared how we went on like a really nice date. We've talked for the last like 4 or 5 months.
5 months?
Since the end of January. 4 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
Went by so quick.
And we've spent a lot of time together, and I feel that it's getting harder the more and more we hang out, which is, I'm so torn because I'm like, God, should I be smart about this? Like, should I pull away? Should I be like, should I save myself and like not put myself through the like having to say goodbye? But then I'm also like, hold on, like it's making me so happy right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm very happy seeing this guy all the time.
Yep. That's exactly my attitude. I mean, a few months ago, I mean, said to you, I feel like I even said on this podcast, like I was really trying to create distance from Tanner for a minute, because I was like, it's not our time. It's not our time. Like, we need to stop entertaining this. It's impossible for us to not entertain.
It's so impossible.
So I'm in the same boat. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I'm leaving anyway. I'm going to full send until I leave.
Right.
I'm going to full send.
Full send.
Like,
oh, I'm like nervous right now.
And that's what I've done. Like when we went home to the Bay, I was with him every night. Like I'm like, I don't fucking care.
We need to take advantage of these last few weeks with these people, because we're not going to get them back.
It'll hurt either way.
Right.
At least enjoy the last of it.
Right.
Life's too short.
God.
To hold back. Holding back would hurt more than leaving to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it does.
Interesting. I never thought of it like that.
It's
torture.
It is. It every time, because it's been so many times where I go through these phases where I'm like, oh, Tanner, we need to back up off each other. It's miserable. Mm-hmm. It just hurts.
There's no reason.
Like, why are we, like, if
why
you
aren't
want
we just doing shit that like makes our heart happy?
Exactly. And we are even like, and that's why right now it's kind of weird, because they make us happy, but so does moving to New York. Right. And when they don't, those two things obviously aren't
like to boil it down. And if you're going to take any bit of advice from any episode we talk about, do shit for you.
Oh yeah.
And that's what we're doing. Yes. We're picking us right now.
Mm-hmm. And you made a good point earlier. Like I love that neither of them are like, well, what about us? Like,
thank God.
You have to stay. Like, they're like, go, flourish, have fun. Like,
yeah,
that's love. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's support, and that's like so admirable, and that's fucking why I like him so much. You know,
right? I know. I think we're also, I mean, I won't speak for all men, but I do have faith that like we are getting to the age where men are like, they're kind of starting to get it together. Like I feel like I've heard all the time, like the closer they get to 30, the more like mature they get. Like,
yeah, I mean, they're starting to see like how important it is for us to do what we're doing right now.
Right.
Whereas like even our relationships in high school, like, hold on, you're going to go to college without me? Like,
right.
You know,
like it was like, we took offense to it.
Right.
That's so whack.
So
now looking back, I'm like, fuck yeah, you left me. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're fucking killing.
Fucking God.
Thank God. Oh my God. Like, but like actually, it's, you got to support when, I mean, relationship or not, just like your loved ones, anybody you care about. It might hurt you, but if you know they need to do it, whether it's a move or a boundary they have to set or whatever, like that's unconditional love. That's that selfless, you know, acceptance to release them, if you will.
Yeah. And shit happens for a reason. Like we're moving to New York for a reason. Who knows who we're going to meet out there? Who knows who we're going to, you know, get your corns
I never
outta
sat
here.
like this. Sorry, go on. Who else are we Sorry.
Who are going to meet in New York? We don't know if we're going to run into these men down the line, and like timing's going to be perfect. We're going to have our shit figured out. We're going to be able to live these lives with whoever we want to.
Yep.
When the time comes, well, your pants are the exact same like size pattern as the pillow. If you're on
pants.
audio, just pop in real quick.
Yeah, and the way I'm sitting, I don't know why I didn't sit like this the whole season. I have my leg like across the bed right now. I'm really comfy.
Both of our legs are really tucked because we're not wearing socks.
Yeah,
our corns
don't
are
look.
out.
And this
Did
is
you
on like
see-
YouTube now. Like this isn't a Patreon episode. Like
No, I know.
corns for
Out.
episode
Did
last
you see
episode.
someone dropped a picture in Patreon? They had just graduated college and she was like, here's a picture of me and my dad at my graduation. Please ignore the corns.
Were there corns?
Yeah.
Were they toes or real corns?
No, they were toes.
See, so I feel like we need to clarify.
We call all feet and toes corns.
Yeah, the prettiest, the ugliest, whatever, they're all corns.
You got corns.
You got corns.
are
So
out.
when we say we have corns, we don't have medical corns. We have figurative corns.
And yours are touching me.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm
No,
wearing.
you're warm.
I'm wearing all the materials that like stick to your body. I'm for sure.
Yeah.
I have to body shower after this.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Oh yeah, my Super Bowl pants, and then I'm wearing this little tank top from I Am Coco LA. She's such a great designer. I love all her shit. Little like cut and sew Nike tank that she made, and it used to be a lot wider, but I washed it with something dark. So
Oh, I thought you said wider.
oh, whiter. Yeah, sorry, I should have pronounced the T. And yeah, that's all I'm wearing. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing these are called culottes, right? Please let me know if I'm pronouncing that right or wrong. Like Plies pants, Plisse, and they're like cropped black. I also have them in like a really cool navy and pink checkered print. They're from Urban hella long ago, but you might be able to find some on like Amazon or something.
Wait,
Talk to me.
guys, is it checkered print or checkers? Like, are these checkers?
Or checkered.
Checkered.
I say checkered. That's what I just said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I like agree with you, but that we were trying to
We
figure out.
Googled it.
Yeah, Google's really not straightforward if these pants are checkered or checkers.
Checkered. They're checkered.
Are they the same thing? Is it just like past tense? Past tense checkers?
I don't even know. It's just like what was built into my
Yeah,
brain. It's checkered.
I'm sorry, go on.
No, you're good.
I just
And
wanted to
then
hear what people have to say.
this is
Careful,
from
my corns.
Oh shit! Sorry, exposed. Stop, wiki feet. Come on.
I think I have like a 4.7 out of 5.
Do
on
you
Wiki
really
Feet.
think
Yeah.
I have one? Can we look it up?
I checked. You don't, but someone
someone
please
get me
start
on
one.
Wiki Feet.
Yeah, you don't show your corns.
I've got a couple pictures out there. If you really like do some digging, just
There's Easter eggs.
give me an account.
Yeah.
I was walking down First Street with Tanner. Me and him went and got lunch one day when I was in the Bay. And there's this like really cool, it's in Benicia on, I forgot the name of it. Oh, I'll try and
It's right
find
next to Rookies, right?
Yeah, it's right next to where we stole the bar mat.
Shh. Don't tell.
Yeah, don't. First Street in Benicia, there's this really cool vintage shop, and this was like hanging on the door outside, and I stopped and I was like, okay, I need that. It's just like a windbreaker, but it's one of those materials that sticks to your sweat.
It's like meant to be like workout,
Mm-hmm.
trap the sweat, like sweat it out. How much was it?
30.
That's great.
Yeah.
With thrifting nowadays, you never
Oh,
know. Are you getting an actual deal?
This
or are you
this
like,
guy was cool. I got 2 pieces, and he was like, "You're buying 2, like you get a discount." I
Love
got
that.
both pieces for 30, and he was like, "Honestly, that one jacket's probably worth 60 itself."
Easy.
I got another really cool that denim vest.
Oh, you got
It's-
both of those for $30?
Each.
Oh, that's still amazing.
Yeah.
That vest is so thick and like really, really nice.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Think about the thrifting in New York.
Whoa,
It's gonna be
probably really
sick.
expensive.
I feel like we could find some good ones.
Yeah.
Maybe like the big
I
ones.
think I
but-
want to decorate my apartment with like used items.
Oh yeah. I like
My apartment.
after seeing what Leanna's kind of finding on Facebook Marketplace.
We're
I'm
gonna
like,
find some cool shit.
there's good shit. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't need to buy anything new,
No.
and it's like one of a kind
Right.
and a better price.
And better for the environment.
Oh,
Fuck
hands
IKEA.
down. Yeah,
Fuck Urban.
IKEA. I never understood for my decor. That I actually don't own any decor from
I
IKEA.
will say they're good for like basic storage items.
Like bins and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, I get that, but like their furniture, I'm like,
No.
It's so
It's just
bunk.
very like Norwegian minimalist.
it is the bare minimum, and I feel like you only have it in one move.
It's Norwegian, right? Or Swedish?
Swedish.
Yeah.
But you never able to move it to your next place.
Scandinavian. Right.
Is
right.
Swedish. Swedish meatballs, right?
Yeah. But like this, I'm talking about the style, is
Gotcha.
like Scandinavian, minimalist.
I don't know what
that
Scandinavian is. But yeah.
I was going to say something else.
I never had the meatballs.
I have. They're pretty good. You see those like viral tweets of people are like, I think I need to get a new bed frame. I really wish I can also get meatballs at the same place.
That's literally their business model.
So good, yeah.
That's exactly it. That's like
an ice cream cone. Oh,
it's like Costco. And it's always when you walk out.
I'm telling you. Me and my parents used to take us like to Costco for dinner.
Would you sit outside to
Yes.
Costco? Wow.
Pizza, the hot dogs, the chicken bakes.
I never had the chicken bakes.
Yum.
What?
Let's get a chicken bake.
I can't eat a chicken bake.
Just do it.
So I keep saying every episode, this whole like diet I'm on, cleansing my gut, all that shit. I've been a little lax.
Yeah.
And I need to reel it in because I don't feel good.
Yeah, and I really want it to work for you.
Me too.
I want you to get the most out of it. And I'm probably not the best advocate.
Like,
yeah.
I spent a lot of money on this. Make it worth it. I just like I cheated when we were home in the Bay.
And you had like fries today.
Yeah. The fries are technically like okay. Like I can like argue and like make myself feel better, but I mean generally fries aren't good for anybody.
Right.
So yeah. Whatever. Song of the day.
Yeah.
Last song of the day.
I'm
gonna go off Jack Harlow's new album.
Ugh, I hated it.
I like it.
I'm not gonna say hate because I don't hate a lot of things, but there's not one song on it where I'm like, oh, I want to listen to that again.
You got to give it another chance, because I feel like even the last song I was trying to show you, you got out of the car before it was done. Like you weren't even giving it a chance.
No, it finished.
Because I sat in the car. You opened your door and you were like, you look back at me. You like got back in. It's good.
I mean, yeah, I was listening. The thing with me, I either love a song or if it's not catching my ear,
you're kind of just like, okay,
I'm checked out. And if I like
that.
it didn't catch my ear.
I get that. It's definitely not like, sure, it's not my favorite album. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh my God, it's incredible. It's going to win awards. I don't fucking know. And I rarely even speak that passionately about anybody's album. But I definitely like a solid 70% of the album. I think what he's doing is like he's really, really, really finding his sound with this album. I think the whole album is very positive. Like everything he's rapping about, he's real.
Yeah, you could tell it's coming from a really good place.
Yeah, like I like his writing. I love the singing he did on Poison, the song with Lil Wayne. Like at first the singing, at first I was kind of like, do I like this? And then I literally listened to the whole song and I was like, it's giving Drake. I like it. He also had Drake on the album.
That's crazy. His features are like iconic.
The last line of Drake's verse like compliments Jack. Like I feel like
it's pivotal in his music career.
Yeah. He's got Pharrell on it. Like it's Justin Timberlake. Oh my God. I like it. I do like it.
It's one of those albums, like you could argue like Lord's recent album.
Oh yeah.
It's an album for him.
Yeah.
And as like a listener who's not a fan of his artistry, more of his like, and I'll own up to this, I'm just more of a fan of his hype songs.
Right.
And his like more popular catchy songs. I don't connect with
that
the album for him.
Like the album didn't catch the top 40. The album caught his fans.
Yeah. And that's just like the kind of fan I am of Jack Harlow.
Yeah. I guess I have artists like that too. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But I think I am one of his fans. So I'm like, no, I love, like, I like dissect it. And I see like the beauty and all of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I'm like so proud of him. Like, why do I feel proud of him? I don't know.
So what song?
I'm going to choose the last track on the album, State Fair.
I do like all the names of his songs.
Yeah. I thought he
They're
picked really cool names. Every time I hear any like cool name on a song, I'm always like, why did you choose that?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the names of his songs, he only says once in the song.
Right.
So what made you choose that?
And I feel like traditionally song titles were always just like
the
repeated chorus.
Yeah. Yes.
And now it's just like the vibe.
Yeah. It's like, I liked this word.
Yep.
Or I wonder if there's a deeper meaning to it. Like
on
did it
a
start with
algorithm
that?
note or something.
That too. Well, with a song called Dua Lipa, think about when she searched, his song's gonna pop up.
Sick.
Brilliant. What's your song of the day?
Okay, my song of the day is from Ella Mai's new album, which it's so good. Yeah. It's one of those albums I feel like we first discovered like this technique with Nick Jonas's recent album, where each song kind of leads into the next.
Right.
And hers does this. I noticed it on a few songs. Some of them weren't as clear, so I don't know if it was intentional or
just like happened to be the same vibe.
Yeah, I know one of them. It literally caught my ear, and I was like, "Whoa!" I didn't even realize the song changed.
Whoa, love that.
It was that clear of a or like simple of a transition.
Right.
But my song is her first song on the album called "Trying." Ella Mai. It's so good.
What's the vibe of the album? Is she sad? Is she reborn? Is she healing? Is she happy?
I think she's happy.
Cool.
Think she's in love. Oh yeah. She's 27. Her birthday is November 3rd, 1994.
November 3rd. Oh,
why do I feel like we know November 3rd?
November 4th is Matt Silva.
Okay.
That could be.
Not your middle school boyfriend who we
not me like pulling his birthday. Guys, he broke up with me at the school dance. It was really hard on me.
I got broken up with at a country concert one time.
Ooh, that was a
dark
tell that story.
You guys,
I can't. What's it?
Dirk Bentley? Yeah,
probably.
Who knows? They all look fucking same. Oh, whoops. Yeah, we actually. So he broke up. Well, it was like the night before where he was like, I noticed he was being super distant. And we had just like got done hanging out, and we're pulling up to, he's going to drop me off at my house, and we're pulling up to my house, and he's like, I don't think this is working. We had only been going out for like 3 months, but we called each other boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
He pulled up and he's like, I don't think this is working anymore. Like, I feel like I just need to focus on me. Just the standard spiel. And I was like, okay. And like this weekend was hyped. Like we were going with all of our friends.
Right.
And he could tell like that was kind of the first thing I thought of. Like tomorrow was supposed to be like a really big day. Like we were going out to this concert at the Shoreline.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that's a track.
Oh, but it's so every time you fun. Do something there, it's so much fun.
So you get hammered in a country concert.
I got kicked out. Jason Aldean.
Yep.
Same place. It's cursed. That is a cursed arena, maybe.
Oh.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, so I was like sitting there and he was like, I still want to go to the concert with you. Like, please, like, let's please still go. And I was sitting there like, okay, this is really weird. Like, I want to go to the concert. Like, we bought these tickets. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
So we end up going. And the whole time is really weird because it was with they were my friends too, but like it was with mostly his core friends.
Sure.
And the whole time everyone was like, oh my God, you guys are so cute together. Like you guys are such a vibe. And I'm sitting there like, he literally broke up with me last night. And the whole time we had our own thing where it was kind of like, okay, this is our last bit of time together before we actually like don't talk ever again. And on the way home, I'm drunk, so I'm emotional, and I'm sitting in the car, and he knows I love Bob Marley, like, and this was like my big, like, hippie Bob Marley phase too,
right? For sure.
So he like really knows Bob Marley's like my comfort artist.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the passenger seat as we're driving home, and we're not talking because it's already awkward as fuck, and I'm crying, and he like in the silence he turns on No Woman No Cry by Bob Marley.
That is, I would have immediately grabbed the knob and turned it right back down.
No, I went like, I like caught my breath and I looked at him and I was like, are you fucking serious?
Did you turn it off?
I don't remember. I was probably just like, let's not do this. Like
that's a car ride. You had like 45 minutes at least.
At the getting out of that parking lot's alone
after the concert,
45 minutes.
Oh my God. I would have Ubered. I simply would have Ubered.
It was miserable. It was miserable. And you know what? I think I'd probably told you this, but like probably like a good year after the breakup, he actually hit me. He texted me and was like, hey, I'm really sorry about like how I handled the breakup. It wasn't, yeah. He's like, I see now, like how it wasn't like how I should have done it and shit.
Respect.
Yeah. And
Respect
I was like,
that growth.
Yeah. Because he had just gotten it broken up with. So he got with a girl like almost immediately after. And they lasted like a year or whatever. And I noticed that they had broken up. And he hit me around that time and was like, and I know he was.
He's feeling it. He's feeling what you felt and was like,
right.
Fuck, I did this to somebody. That's huge that he recognized that.
Yeah. No. And like we could be, I mean, I don't think we've been around each other that much, but like we still have mutual friends and shit.
God, I don't know the last time I saw him. Probably like a random party. I actually do remember a random party.
4th of July, probably. 3rd of July in Benicia.
Oh,
remember?
That probably was it.
Yeah.
When's the last time you talked to him?
Oh, God.
Like years ago.
Years. I mean, we dated in 2017. No
shot.
2014
probably.
I was 17. That's what it was. I had 17 in my number.
So 2013.
No, not 17.
No, because
I was out of high school. It was 2014, 2015.
Okay, that tracks.
Yeah. Because I got with my recent ex end of 2015. And this happened summer of 2014.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What a year.
So yeah, that's my crazy breakup story. Okay, should we get into this?
Yes, please. But before we do, we're going to take a quick break for our last sponsor of season 2.
3, 2.
2, 1, go!
So our sponsor today is Athena Club. And as you guys know, I've been dating this guy here in LA. And we've been having a lot of sleepovers. And you know what you need for sleepovers?
Pillows.
And smooth legs.
Oh, those.
I like.
How do you get your smooth legs?
Athena Club razors.
Oh my God, tell me more.
The razor kits, they have hyaluronic acid in them, so you really get like you're buttery.
Right.
Your skin is like so smooth after. And I've been shaving a lot, and sometimes I realize when I like overshave, I get like bumps or rashes, and it kind of irritates my skin.
Dries it out.
But I've been shaving like every other night.
That's crazy.
And
that's maintenance.
I've been a little bit high maintenance recently. But my skin's not getting worse, it's getting smoother.
Right. The hyaluronic acid is one of the best things for skin, on your face, on your body, wherever, because hyaluronic acid, that molecule can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water. So as you're shaving in the shower, that water in your legs is just going right back into your skin.
And you're moist, if you know what I mean.
Hey! The best thing about this razor kit is it's only $9. It comes with 2 razor heads and a little magnetic hook for your shower, so you don't get any like, you know, the rusty razors that you have in the corner.
Sit on your already rusty hanger thing.
So bad. And you don't have to worry about running out of those blades, because you can have your thing on auto ship, so you're never running out and using your rusty blade on your skin. Because maybe I'm just outing myself, but
no more tetanus.
I will be doing that sometimes.
Oh yeah. What's also cool is if you're like me, I coordinate like all the colors in my shower.
Oh, wow. Tell me more.
You get to pick your candle color. Yes. Mine's white.
Mine's blue. They also have a black one. They have a lot of other colors to choose from too.
Yeah, cute.
And on top of this all, they also have a really, really nice shave cream. So get your skin right with Athena Club and show your skin you care with the Athena Club Razor Kit. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. Just go to athenaclub.com and use promo code Oddvice. That's ATHENACLUB.com with promo code Oddvice for 20% off.
Thanks, Athena Club.
Okay, so as you guys know, today's episode is just going to be some more general advice. What better thing to go out with our final advice, if you know what I mean. We definitely got a lot of entries. And did you notice people sending in like the subject lines were kind of crazy?
Yeah, because we had asked for it.
Right.
And we got some good ones.
It really hooked me. So we got a few. I feel like I started last time. Do you want to start, or did you? I don't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
this is a good one to start on. It's called The Social Life of an Introvert.
That sounds like a movie title.
Yeah, or like a coming to age book.
Yes. What's the guy who the Stars book?
Oh, John Green?
No, Nicholas Sparks.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
It seems like or John Green.
I think The
feel like
Fault in
they're
Our
the same
Stars
thing.
is John Green.
But like those artists.
Is it John?
I don't know. Is it Nicholas? And we're
Nicholas Sparks is for sure. Like he's Dear John and shit.
Oh God, that's such a good movie.
And The Notebook. He's The Notebook.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. He's all that like Message in a Bottle.
I want to read the Notebook book.
Yeah.
But I already know the story.
But it's probably different.
Is it different? Does anybody know?
Yeah, can you let us know?
Comment down below.
Okay. Hey girls, I hope I wasn't too late sending this and would like to remain anonymous, please. You got it.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm a teenage girl and naturally me and my friends go out a lot. And while I love spending time with them, I'm very, very introverted and my social battery drains way too quickly. Sometimes I really don't feel like hanging out and just want the night at home to recharge. However, I don't want to feel like I'm being left out of anything. I succumb to peer pressure quite easily and tend to get very drunk in an attempt to boost my confidence and reduce the overwhelming feeling of anxiety I often get when I'm out. I've always been quite socially anxious, but it seems to be getting worse to the point where I've been close to having panic attacks in social situations, particularly large crowds. I haven't told anyone about this as I have a lot that I need to figure out about myself, but I'm wondering if I could get any advice on how to find the balance between having a good time with friends and getting overly anxious and not being able to enjoy myself. Sorry if this was hella long, but I need to get it off my chest. Lots of love and keep up the good work. Okay, I relate so heavily to this. Specifically the part where you say you tend to overdrink in order to feel more confident. I went through, or still kind of going through, a phase where I tend to lean on alcohol to feel like I'm having a good time. I feel like I become, in air quotes, social butterfly when I drink.
Yeah.
And at one point I realized it had become my crutch.
Yeah.
And I think for me, at least, I don't know, you didn't specifically say if the alcohol is making it worse, but for me, the alcohol, which is what I thought was my crutch and like made me like going out better, actually made me more anxious and made me hate going out more.
Right.
I think if you can try going out and have fun with, and I'm not going to say like go out sober, but if you stick to like a couple drinks and just find your sweet spot, then you'll know you won't. I mean, the day after, we all know you get such bad anxiety, and that will just fuel, for me at least, it like fueled the overall anxiety that I got around being social in general.
Because like you knew it was going to come the next day.
I knew it was going to come. I knew every time I went out, I would just get blacked out.
Yep.
And when I black out, I don't like how I act when I black out. So going out in general just became this daunting task for me, and something that really fueled my not only my social anxiety and how I like acted around other people in general, but just my anxiety. And once I kind of figured out, and I'm slowly getting there, it's not every time, but once I kind of figured out my sweet spot with alcohol, I realized it started to become fun again.
Right.
When I would go out and like just have a couple drinks, and they're nights that I remember again, and
good memories.
And like I get to say, oh my God, that night was so much fun. I didn't do
Right.
anything stupid or embarrassing, or I didn't have anxiety the next day. Like, just try and find your sweet spot if it's something you're having an issue with alcohol specifically. But as far as feeling anxious around people and being an introvert and needing your me time, give yourself that me time.
Yep.
I listen to yourself, because there are a lot of times where I feel like I'm going to have FOMO, but I know internally I need to stay home and fuel, like recharge and be by myself. And that takes a lot of learning too, and growth. And I've gotten to the point where like I know, okay, no, I need to stay home.
Yep.
I need to be around no voices. I need to be by myself. If you just can kind of start to learn when you need to be at home and recharge, and when you could
like push through the anxiety.
push through the anxiety and go out. That's a big one.
Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes if we're super gentle with our boundaries, then we start making excuses and we'll stay home every time, and then we'll really start missing out on
and
things.
there's a line of being introverted and secluding yourself.
Big line
for sure. And it's a sweet spot. It takes a lot of work to get there, but you can. And just FOMO it's one of those things where, at least with me, I get FOMO. I know it's a night that I need to stay in and be by myself, but I go out anyway. And the second I'm out, I'm like, why the fuck did I come out? I want to be home right now.
Yep. It's never worth it.
It's never worth it. So just know when to pick and choose to refuel yourself. And then when you can go out and have your sweet spots with drinking, and try and find count your drinks.
Yes. I used to put tallies on my arm.
Yeah. That sounds obvious, but like I've never done that. And now I count my drinks and I'm like, okay, I'm good with 2.5 drinks gets me to a really nice buzz.
Yeah.
And then I check in with myself.
Yep. It's all about that check-in.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing that struck me with this entry is just like the relying on alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you just said, it is such a normal social thing, but it is also such a slippery slope. And you said you're still a teen. You're so young. I mean, anybody who struggles with this. I
didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
Shit, not me giving me drinking advice to a teenager.
I mean, the thing, we don't condone it, but the way I was raised is my mom knew I was going to do it.
Right. If you're going to do it safely.
Exactly. So we're just giving advice for something that you are asking, but no, we definitely don't condone the underage drinking by any means.
And as a 26 and 27-year-old, this is something that, I mean, kind of unfortunately, you experience when you're an adult too.
Exactly.
I hope there's a lot of adults out there who also are experiencing this kind of introvert anxiety.
And can totally take from this answer too. But I just say, bottom line, if this is at least how I operate, I'm very sensitive to, making sure I'm never depending on a substance, period. Like I smoke weed. I definitely I drink ever so often, but the second I start noticing it's a crutch, I get really scared because I'm just so scared to be addicted to anything. Addiction is ruined my life in so many other aspects that I don't ever want to be addicted to shit.
Yeah.
So not to scare you. And addiction is a whole other
beast
episode, but, you never want to get to that level. So put that as a priority too. That makes it even more not worth going out if you're also putting your health at risk because you're using this poison of a substance to crutch your way through it. And
you're young, you're still developing.
Yeah. Just be careful with stuff when you're young. It does a lot more to your development than you think. Try CBD too. That's a good natural thing. Sometimes I'll pop one on the way out, and it just, CBD is interesting because it's not weed. You're not getting high, but it brings you subconsciously back to this neutral level. And then a few hours later you realize, I haven't thought about that anxiety for a few hours.
CBD, I'm glad you brought that up because there's mints out there, CBD mints, and you just pop a couple.
Yep.
You'll be vibing.
For sure. A really good brand I like, not sponsored obviously, is Green Roads. They have really good gummy bears and the dose is very low. They have different doses too you can buy if you're someone with a higher tolerance, low, whatever. I think they're even vegan and whatnot. They don't use the animal gelatin and shit.
Good to know. And
they're really yummy. So try that. I know it's still technically a substance, but it isn't gonna kill you.
Right.
Isn't gonna ruin your life.
And we'll hype weed up all day over alcohol.
100%. Okay, this is my first one. This subject line hooked me right away. It is in love and hooked up with my sister's crush and my dad's best friend's son.
My sister's. Oh.
Wait, so are those the same people you think, or is it?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, my sister's crush.
So your sister's got a crush on your dad's best friend's son.
Dad's best friend's son.
And you also have a crush. It's fair game.
Well,
read it.
They're in love and hooked up.
Oh.
Yeah, big
fair
subject
game.
line. Okay. Damn near faxa. Okay. All caps. I need help. Hello. Love you both so much and obsessed to say the least. Plus, I'm an Aries, so yay, Kristen. I feel you. So the advice I need is about a boy. Shocker, right? All right. So growing up, me and this guy, we'll call him M. We hated one another and couldn't stand each other.
Whoa.
My older sister and M always would text throughout the years and harmless flirt. Then in high school, M got a girlfriend and stopped talking to my older sister. I didn't think much of it because I thought he was an asshole. Well, fast forward to us going into our freshman year of college. Him and I are at the same college, and we are going to be juniors. Okay, so they're the same age. Each summer, our families go on vacation, and this was the first summer I was going to see him in a while.
This sounds like the plot to The Kissing Booth.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
Oh my God, is it?
Yeah.
Is this literally it? Let me know if it keeps tracking.
Okay.
We were nice to one another when the parents were around, but then it was always a weird vibe when it was just us. That Friday night, he asked me if I wanted to smoke weed after everyone else was asleep. I said sure, because why the hell not?
Thanks.
Both of us were high and couldn't stop talking about music, TV shows, and other deep topics. It was honestly one of the best conversations I've had in a while. The next day, we ended up swimming all day and just hanging out together, but with everyone else in the group. Then when the final night came, we both stayed up super late because we both wanted to just hang out again. It was never said out loud, but it was easy to tell. The final night, I took a geeb, and it was just too much. Is a geeb like an edible? What's a geeb?
I don't know.
I told M how I was out of it, and he just laughed, but then he got very serious and wanted to take care of me. And in the middle of our conversation, he would check in on me. We ended up staying up till 7 a.m. and slept outside. It was one of the first times I felt comfortable talking to somebody and easily let my walls down. I'm very private and just guarded up. Then summertime passed and we started to text and send music to one another. Freshman year, he came over to my dorm room and we would get high, listen to music, and talk. The second night he came over and we just started talking, and soon enough he said to me, I really want to kiss you. Can I please kiss you? And I was like, hell yeah, but not really. What? And we just were laying next to each other the whole rest of the night. So did you kiss or not? Oh my God. Then the next morning we woke up and he just left. Then he said, this needs to end.
Oh.
I played it cool, but was really hurt inside. It was weird because he was making all the first moves and even asked me my type and what I look for in a relationship. I didn't have anyone to talk to because it was a family thing and I didn't want my sister finding out. Now he's back with his hometown girlfriend and I just have a gut feeling that he is or could be my person. Thoughts, please, anonymous. And I love you guys so much. I love you too.
I love you.
This is sticky.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you think, not that you should take any blame here, but maybe something you verbalized about your type or what you expect in relationships, he realized he couldn't fulfill?
Yeah.
And that's not because you're asking too much or anything like that. It's just not a match. And if that's his reason to end it, I could respect that. However,
he should have told you.
He should have told you. You deserve at least like
an explanation.
Yeah.
Everyone always deserves an explanation.
Yes.
For everything.
Especially when it comes to deep emotions. You can't just leave hearts like unread like that. That's hard. I would say like talk about it, but he does have a girlfriend now and you definitely like gotta respect that. At this point you do just gotta move on from it.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Let him go through what he needs to go through. Maybe he was in a position where he's back with his ex, so that kind of shit, I feel like if you get back with your ex, it never really goes away in the first place. So maybe he still had feelings that he couldn't get rid of. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's better that he didn't proceed with things with you, still having those feelings and then hurt you in the long run.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe he just realized after these conversations that you guys were having that he did still have these feelings for his ex, and then he just decided to move on. But again, he should have expressed that. For sure.
I'm sorry, but sit this one out for a little bit. Sidelines, still, you know, remain graceful, be there for a friend, but only time will tell with this one, I feel.
Yeah. Okay. This one's called SOS, Sex Drive and Friends.
Yeah.
Hey, I really hope this isn't too late because I really need some advice. LOL. First, I love you guys. I've been listening since the condom broke and I was 16. Now I'm 19. I read that and I was like, You guys are growing up with
You're literally
us.
16 to 19 too, like two different people.
Yeah.
Like that's whoa. Like
because
people are growing up with us.
Wait, I love this.
I think I saw an entry a while ago. Someone was like, yeah, I've been watching Kristen since I was 14. I'm like, and they're like, now I'm 19. How?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's so cool.
Very cool.
Okay, you guys have helped me so much recently during my first year of college and helping me navigate a lot. Anyway, I have some questions. First, sex drive, LOL. I've been with my boyfriend for almost 3 years and we've been sleeping together for 1.5 years. When I was in high school, I was always horny, and I don't know if it's from growing up, depression, or other factors that have just lowered my overall sex drive. I still think he's so insanely hot and attractive and the sex is good, but I just don't usually get in the mood on my own. Like, we have to have already started some foreplay before I'm into it 100%. I don't know if I'm weird and I get anxious because my boyfriend has a high sex drive and I get worried I won't be able to fulfill that part for him enough. He's never said anything about it, but we don't have sex nearly as much as we used to. Still like once or more a week, but we do see each other like 5 out of 7 days. Anyway, do you guys have any advice on increasing sex drive? Because I want to want it more, but I don't know how to make my hormones go back to where they were. And I'm not sure what factors are contributing to this. Have you guys ever been through this? Second question. I feel like I'm too picky with my friends. I've been in a couple toxic friendships in high school, and now in college, I've been cautious of who I become friends with and hang out with. It's been lonely because making new friends is already hard, but I feel like I'm too picky on top of that. I can feel people's energy pretty heavily, and I want to find my people, the ones I want to be around most of the time, and genuinely feel myself and like I'm having fun. I haven't really found that yet, and especially after me and my best friend had a falling out a few years ago. I love my roommate and my boyfriend, and I kind of feel like a few people I've met so far, but overall I haven't found new people to be my group or even some new best friends. Do you think I'm being too picky? And how do I find people that I really click with? Does it take a while? Because it gets lonely out here, LOL. I also have family issues, so it's been hard at college feeling like I haven't found a new, in quotes, family everyone talks about. I hope you guys choose this one, and if you did, thank you so much. I adore you both so much, and I listen to y'all, and listening to y'all has made me excited to enter my 20s this year. Also, please keep Anon, hee hee. And then in parentheses, you said, but my name is blank. I'm not going to say it because you want to be Anon. But I like your name.
I want to see.
It's one of my favorites.
Where we were. Oh my gosh, yes. It's a good name. Such a beautiful name. Wow. Okay. So,
sex drive is hard because there's a lot of factors that go into it. We could like be surface level and say, try playing with yourself. Masturbation is huge when it comes to learning what you like, and knowing your body in general has a lot to do with sex drive and like being able to get there. But like I said, there's a lot of factors that go into it. It is your hormones. It's your health. It's what you eat. It's a lot. I don't know if you've been to any kind of like doctor or OBGYN or something to like maybe figure out something, but it's also not abnormal.
There's nothing wrong with it. Even if you do find, I need to, not that this is like how it works, but like I need to eat more broccoli to help my libido. That's an imbalance. Doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It's just an imbalance, and imbalances can be temporary and very hormonal. I experienced a lot of low sex drive when I found out I had endometriosis. Like around all of that, when I had like one of my worst flare-ups when I was like 23.
That's why I brought up the OBGYN. Like, it's good to just know your body in general when it comes to that kind of stuff.
At least check it out. A big thing for my sex drive too is I have a higher sex drive when I'm active, when I'm working out. It releases endorphins in your brain. It just, moving around, getting blood flowing and everything. That's a big one too. And bottom line, just not getting frustrated about it, because that's also going to make it a lot worse.
Yeah. I see your frustration and like the disconnect to wanting to want it more. But at the end of the day, it is it's something chemical, and it's not, like we said, it's not abnormal. So don't feel like you aren't fulfilling anything. And if he hasn't brought it up, I hope it's not bothering him since he hasn't
since he
hasn't brought it up.
And if you can always communicate it too,
right?
Like, honestly, this is just where I'm at. I don't know what's going on, but like,
how do you feel about it? Like, have you noticed it? Do you? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and maybe him knowing that, like, he'll try some new shit, and then like, boom, you'll be like, whoa,
right?
Like, maybe you need to just like switch some shit up. It happens though.
Yeah.
It could just be other factors in your life. I mean, you even said the part 2 is about friends. Like, you have other things you're kind of worried about in your young adulthood right now.
Sex drive is low on your list of priorities in your brain right now.
And that's totally fine. And, you know, that happens. You'll go through phases like that. Second question, though.
As far as being picky with friends, I don't think you could ever be too picky with the people that you surround yourself with.
No.
Don't. It's not you. You be as picky as you want to be when it comes to who you like spend your life with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's important to surround yourself with people who mirror how you want to be in the world. And I wouldn't even call that picky. You're trying to find your people who you want to spend every day with, you know?
I think it's also beneficial to give these people at least some time, because I don't know if it's like rude to say, but at least if you don't vibe with them, now you know the type of people you don't want to be around.
Totally. Yeah, I don't think that's rude.
Narrowing down your search, if you will, of like your tribe. So,
and no one's perfect. So at the end of the day, if you're vibing with someone and like it's one minuscule thing that you're like, oh, this isn't a person that I want to be around, give people second chances. Yeah.
Especially friend connections.
Right. And like, yeah. And you guys are so young that like they're trying to figure themselves out just as much as you are trying to figure out yourself. So if you guys really connect on one level, maybe that's just like what the purpose of the friendship is.
True. Very good point. Oh, also, I looked up what a geeb is. It's a gravity bong.
Fuck
yeah, that. Big fuck that.
Holy shit. No wonder you were zooted.
Okay. Next one. Do I tell him? That's the subject line. Do I tell him?
Ooh.
Hey guys, I love you both, and I have been a fan of the podcast and Kristen's vlogs for a while now, but this is my first entry.
Love that.
Love it. You both feel like such comfort people at this point. Smiley face. Anyway, I am studying abroad this semester, all new people in an all new place. Very exciting. I have met so many great people here and have shared so many cool experiences with them. But one of the people here I've gotten to know really well throughout all of this, as we were in the same friend group and just got along really well. I said that so wrong, but like you get what I was trying to say, right? Like my dialect was wrong with that sentence. There is so much we have in common and so much I admire about him. I knew from the beginning that I really liked him, but I figured it was best to not act on it since I had just met everyone and didn't want to jump into something so quickly, especially amidst a whole friend group. That could be messy. I am typically the type to hide my feelings and take the safe option of never acting on them. I know he thinks we're really good friends, but obviously I don't know if he has feelings for me. Personally, I haven't had feelings for anyone like this yet in my life. I can be kind of closed off. We are almost done with our semester and going home within 2 weeks. So now it feels as though it's now or never. Do I tell him how I feel and risk losing him as a friend outside of this? It is all so confusing because we are going back home soon and will be separated regardless of me acting on them. So we only live a state away, so not sure if that changes anything. Keep anon, please. With love. Blank. I want to hear, like, has he shown interest in you? Because that's how I would figure out the answer to this question. I want to know, like, if there's like mutual flirting, that's kind of, that alone is a giveaway that like he clearly has some type of interest in you, whatever degree. If that's the case, I would tell him. I think it's great to just get those things off your chest. We said in the last episode, I think it was actually in the Patreon episode, but it was a similar situation. And I was like, you don't want to live with regret. At least give it your 100%, like give it your all, put yourself 100% out there and you won't regret not trying.
I don't know. I think regardless of if it was flirty or not, like you have these feelings towards someone and you've never had them before, I think that's worth saying.
Yeah.
No matter what.
It'll just feel good for you to like, even if that's just all you get out of this connection is learning how to communicate your feelings for the first time, because this is the first time you felt it. That's a big milestone in itself. That, you know, there's always a lesson, as daunting as that can be sometimes, but as good as that can be too. And I don't know. I feel like
I say tell him.
You don't have to be like, I have to tell you something and get like hella deep about it. You can ease into it. Just be like,
yo, I don't know if you've been feeling the same way, but I kind of have been developing this attraction towards you that goes beyond our friendship.
Yeah. Or it even like playfully like respond to like one of his stories and be like, you cute.
Yeah.
Like the really, really shallow interest where it's crossed that friend thing and it's like a compliment.
Yes.
Start with like a compliment. Respond to one of his stories.
Cute. Mine was like, too serious. Don't do what I said.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always want to do the serious ones, and I do eventually feel like I can get there with some people, but like
ease into it.
Yeah. Like,
but I think you should. No matter if it has been flirty on both ends or not, I think that's something that you deserve to get off of your chest.
For sure.
Okay, my next one. It's called Fool Me Once, Shame on You. Ooh. Fool Me Twice, Shame on Me. In parentheses, who really deserves second chances?
Oh, wow.
This is funny because I just said everyone deserves a second chance.
Yep.
Okay. About 3 weeks ago, my boyfriend ended things. This was not the first time either. In January of 2022, he claimed that over winter break when we were apart, spending time with our families, he no longer felt like he was missing me. And that initial spark that we had for our first 1.5 years of our relationship. While all of that was hard to hear, I think the hardest part was the fact that I had no idea this was coming. I felt as though there was a little distance over break, but we were obviously both busy with our family and holidays, so I thought nothing of it. To put the shock into perspective, when I first got to see him right after New Year's, I had presents from me, my parents, and my grandparents for him, probably 7 or 8 wrapped gifts. I walked up to his car, packed them all in his trunk, gave him a kiss, sat in the passenger seat, and then I hear the words, "We need to talk." Oh, my heart feels heavy for this. He broke up with me on the spot, and that was that. A few weeks went by, and after a few long discussions, we decided to get back together, which might have been my first mistake. Things were going so great until about 3 weeks ago when the exact same thing happened. I had accidentally left my makeup bag at his apartment and asked him to drive it by on some random Wednesday so I could have it for the next day. I then get the reply text, "Yeah, no problem. Mind if we talk a bit when I get there? Things have been a little off between us recently." In the exact same driveway, in the exact same car, he looked me straight in the face and said, "I don't think it's working." I looked at him in utter disbelief and just broke down. This man never once told me that he was having these feelings. We had even booked a hotel in North Carolina so that we could go look at apartments together since I'm starting PA school down there in the fall. We literally planned and talked about moving in together not even 48 hours before he broke it off again. Obviously, I'm heartbroken. I really thought he was the one. I had that feeling all throughout our relationship. I just don't understand how someone can break a person's heart like that twice without having any discussion about it beforehand. I'm still struggling to get over him and become my boss bitch independent self, but I just want to know, was it my fault for giving him a second chance? Who really deserves second chances? And was I so blind by my love for him that I should have seen the signs? Love you too and your podcast. I can't wait for season 3. XOXO Peyton. And this is the short version. There's so many more juicy details if you'd like me to expand. LMAO. Yes, please send in the more juicy details if you'd like. I don't think anything's like your fault for giving him a second chance. I'm a full believer in follow your heart if it's what's leading you in the first place. Your heart was open to him and you wanted to get back together with him. There's no way you could predict how he was going to act the second time. It just sounds like he doesn't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
And it is hard to see past something like that when you're in a relationship and you are in love and you're not getting other signs surrounding that he's unhappy. I don't think you're dumb. I just think you were left in the dark.
Yeah. I wouldn't take it personal.
No.
Like, I mean, obviously we don't know everything, but just from what you're giving us here, it's like it was more of a reflection of him.
Yeah.
That it felt so left field. How were you to know that he was going to creep up on these breakup emotions again when y'all got back together and it was like fine, and if it showed up so random, that just tells me like he's just kind of like a rash
decision kind of guy.
Like maybe he was thinking about it, but like he needs to communicate it.
I will say, like, now that you've learned that he does this so quickly and it wasn't just the one time thing, I wouldn't give him a third chance.
I would not either.
No, but I don't blame you for giving him the second chance. It was so sporadic. People make cold feet decisions all the time, and you didn't have any like predisposed idea of like why he was going through this, or he made the first decision. So you obviously felt like it was okay to get back in the relationship with him. But I would say, since now that you know this, he's created this pattern, it's not worth going back to.
Okay, this is my next one. Hi, girlies. I'm such a big fan, and I feel I have the perfect opportunity to get some advice. I'm in love with my therapist.
Whoa.
Yes, my therapist. All of my closest friends know, but it's been kind of an ongoing joke, but shit recently got real. I called my feelings for him a crush, but recently that feeling has developed into a full-on romantic fantasy that I can't get out of my head. By the subject title, I'm assuming you already know that he knows. Sorry, I didn't read the subject. It's I'm in love with my therapist and he knows. That's the subject. She said, yes, I told him. And yes, he handled it gracefully. It was around summer of 2021. I wanted to say summer of 69 so bad when I read that.
Sick.
That I told him. 21 that I told him. And we discussed switching to another therapist to keep things in check, but decided against that since this seems to be an ongoing problem in my life, falling for unavailable men.
Oh, interesting.
Since it's a recurring issue, we thought it'd be best to keep seeing each other in therapy and really work on the root cause of this issue together. We first worked on it last year, and I brought it up again this year. One of the most obvious causes is, you guessed it, daddy issues. So my therapist and I worked on that, and it helped. But the feelings have come back tenfold. Now, to make this even more awkward, he has a wife and a newborn child. In my defense, when I first started having feelings for him, I didn't know he was married. It wasn't until I looked for a ring on his finger and saw one that I realized my Prince Charming was wedded. Sigh. Anywho, knowing that now, I know I can't cross that boundary and actually pursue him, but rather I have to keep my feelings in check, as hard as it is. So now comes the time I need your advice. Should I keep seeing this therapist or find another, possibly female therapist? I'm a straight female. I would say it's obvious that I should get a new therapist, but the one I have now is amazing, and what he does and what we've built a great relationship as a patient to therapist over the last 2 years. I feel 100% comfortable and safe in our session, and he really knows me for who I am and doesn't judge me. I've worked with 2 other female therapists in the past where this wasn't the case. The sessions are perfect, except for the fact I find myself daydreaming in the middle of them and what it'd be like to have access to his impeccable emotion and psychological knowledge 24/7. But then again, he's my therapist, nothing more, so I need to get over that. Should I, 1, open up to him about these feelings and see what he thinks we should do about it, or 2, tell him my feelings are stronger than before and I need to start seeing a different therapist? All of my love to you gals. Your podcast brings me so much laughter and comfort. You don't need to keep this anon, even though whoever I know that listens to this pod will know it's me because I have a very unusual name, but fuck it, YOLO. But then they sent another email. If you end up using this, can you not use my name? So I'm not going to use that.
Wait, can I see the name? Sick.
Yeah.
I love your name.
Very pretty name.
Whoa, this is crazy.
This is actually fucking crazy. I at first I kind of started to understand the value in staying with him because like he saw the psychological part of it, but I just think you should get a new therapist. Man or woman, you should just get a new therapist because think about at least for me, like I really, really love my comfort with my therapist because I can be super honest with her. And I couldn't imagine having a crush on my therapist because then I feel like I would not want to be like,
you're trying to shape yourself to be someone that they like.
Yeah. Like I feel like I would like really edit the moment. I mean, I straight up tell my therapist like, oh my God, I feel like I'm fucking crazy. And like, I'll start saying all the things that make me feel crazy. I would never tell a crush that. I would never be like, this is how I feel. And like,
yeah, like maybe maybe subconsciously you're holding back from this therapist and you're not going to get the best out of it anyway. I also think, I don't know. When I heard that he like wanted to remain your therapist, I immediately thought like ego, like God complex.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I don't know. But I also, obviously, like, I don't know the situation.
sure.
But also the boundary that he has a wife and a newborn. If I found out that my husband, who is the therapist, like wanted to remain in contact with someone who was in love with him.
Yeah.
It's just boundaries, you know?
It does feel ego-y.
Yeah.
Get a new therapist.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you recognize, you know, with all the work you've done, you know, it stems from the daddy issues is the word you used.
That's a step right there.
Yeah. I think work on that with someone else now.
Mm-hmm. And you'll build this relationship with another therapist.
Oh, yeah.
I don't lean on that one reason to not move on.
Yeah. I think maybe this is even a sign you've outgrown the therapist because now you're not seeing him as a therapist anymore.
Yeah.
You're seeing him as a crush and
as a potential suitor.
Right. What'd you say? My prince is wedded.
He said,
I saw his ring and realized my prince is wedded. Get a new therapist.
Yeah. Done. Okay. Next one. Bestie, help me be a better girlfriend. Hey girlies, I just want some advice on how I can be a better girlfriend. Okay, so me and my boyfriend have been together for almost a year and he is my first real relationship. And I just feel like I could be better. In no way, shape, or form does he make me feel this way. He's actually a complete angel. Well, with a bit of a listening problem, but one flaw I can handle. And I just feel like sometimes I'm not a good enough girlfriend to him. Like I buy him flowers randomly because I love him and things, but I just don't feel like I'm doing enough in the like going on dates and going out to do things because I'm such a homebody. Okay, this got a little long, but I love you guys and enjoy your podcast so much. I'm dick pressed about your 2-month long.
I'm sorry.
I've never heard that.
Never.
I'm dick pressed about your 2-month long break, but I'll survive. Have the best day ever. XOXO. Tabin.
Gossip girl.
Tabin is how it's pronounced.
Tabin.
And you can say my name or not, no preference. I'm gonna say it because it's a really cool name.
Tabin.
Sent from my phone.
Sent from my phone.
I don't know. This feels like a confidence thing. I think if it subconsciously, is he maybe making you feel like you're not giving enough?
Right.
And you're kind of being put in this box of you have to do more because I don't know. I feel as though if things were fine on both ends, that insecurity might not flare up as much.
Right.
You know? One thing I will say is maybe look into like what you think your love language might be, because if your love language is, say, words of affirmation and he's not giving you that, maybe that's like a underlying thing to where you're feeling like you're not doing enough and you're not getting the love language that you need to feel like you're in a good, healthy relationship.
Right. It's not the amount. It's not the whether it's too
not
much
what
or
you're
too little.
doing.
It's the matchup of it. So it can feel like it's, I put it in quotes, wrong because it's not compatible.
Right.
I'm not saying you need to like break up or anything, but
if you're
it's
not
worth a conversation.
Yeah. If you're not getting, if you know your, like I said, if you know your love language is words of affirmation or even gift giving, and you're not getting that in return and you feel like you're doing what's going to make him happy, maybe that's where you're feeling like you're not doing enough to get what you want and what you deserve out of the relationship.
Right.
So look into that, and it's worth having a conversation with him like, hey, I'm not getting the personal touch that I feel I need to, it's personal touch, right? Physical touch. Sorry. Yeah. Physical touch or personal time. Is that the
quality time?
Quality time. Wow, I'm really fucking up.
Shit.
Whatever it is, if you feel like you're not getting that and that's what you need to feel like you're in a good relationship, then that's worth the conversation.
Okay, this is actually going to be my last one, and it feels crazy saying that because like it's like
It's okay. We're back in 2 months.
I know, but like, whoa,
It's end of an era.
it's end of an era, exactly. I feel like a month and a half. We'll be back.
Now that you know what, now that we like have our place and we fully envision what the podcast is gonna look like,
we can probably come back June rather than July.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say it June.
Well, don't hold us to it, but like we'll keep you updated. But definitely,
it's gonna be quicker
sooner
than what we initially thought.
Yes. Okay. This is my last entry of season 2. Hey, ladies. Oh wait, hold on. No, the subject line. I need to fucking read this. I accidentally caught my dad cheating.
Oh, I saw this subject line. I didn't even want to open it because it gave me the heebie-jeebies.
No, I'm terrified of this. Thank you so much.
You read it in Australian accent the whole time.
I couldn't.
Wait, start saying where you're from and maybe we'll try and like say it in your accent.
Wait, yeah. Why do we never make that a thing?
Because we're going to butcher entire accents.
I'll try. I'll literally get in voice acting just to nail it. Thank you guys so much for giving advice and letting us vent. Your podcast is the most entertaining one I've listened to.
Whoa.
Wow. That is so nice to say. Thank you so much.
You.
Please keep this anon. So when I was in 9th grade, I was in the back seat while heading to the store. My dad was in the passenger seat and was casually on his phone. I looked over and I saw a woman had sent him a risky Snapchat.
Oh, God.
From then on, I spiraled and had so many questions popping up in my brain. I quickly got into a deep depression. I couldn't believe what I saw and tried to convince myself it wasn't real. A couple weeks later, he was texting her on Snapchat in the car again, and it confirmed what I saw. My parents were confused as to why I would have sudden breakdowns on the way to school, and I told them I was just stressed, so it kind of got brushed off. My mom really saw a change in me and asked me to go on a walk around our neighborhood, and that's when I found out everything. I had to tell her what was going on, and she wasn't surprised, which made me even more shocked. When I was about 4-ish, my dad began cheating while my mom was pregnant with their 8th child. I'm number 6. She said that my parents worked things out, and she's very Catholic, so they decided to separate but didn't get divorced. At one point, my mom took all of us to California without our dad and made him decide if he wanted to choose his own kids over this woman. A couple years later, when I was about 8, they reconciled and my mom got pregnant again. We're so lucky to have my little brother, and he really has saved me. I'm 19 now. At one point, this woman tried friending me on Facebook. I couldn't believe it. I sent her a message telling her to stay away from my family after my dad visited her while my mom was out of town. He confronted me asking why would I send such a message, and I asked why I would call someone such bad names. Sorry, I could not read that. I said, how do you even know I sent that message? He then walked away and ignored it. Later on that night, around 11 p.m., he came into my room and talked to me about it, and I basically went off on him. He tried guilt tripping me, and somehow I was the one that had to send a message apologizing to this homewrecker. It's been a couple months now, and I really am the lowest I've ever been. I had such a good relationship with my dad, and I'm very grateful, but I can't wrap my head around the fact that he is so intelligent and funny, but is essentially ruining my family. I used to use soccer as my outlet, but I'm unable now because of the college I go to only offers night classes for my program. So currently you guys are my outlet. I am home all day and get groceries for dinner and pick up and drop off my siblings at school while I take classes at night. I am the one keeping this family together, essentially. I don't want to move out because I feel like my parents' relationship will decline, and I don't want that to happen. I can confidently say my parents are safer together than they would be separated. I'm usually the one to stop their arguments, and it's really mentally draining for me. I haven't told them my mental health is declining, and I know I need therapy, but I've had to be so strong for my little sisters and brother that I don't want them to worry for me. At this point, I feel numb, and I feel like if I ask for help, they will have another thing to worry about. Sorry, that was a lot. Let me know what you guys think. Geez, sorry to bring down the vibe. Ha ha ha. You guys are the best, and I can't wait to see you thrive in NYC, baby. Okay, love you guys. Bye. I can feel how much you're an empath from this message. I am really proud of your bravery and, you know, that the rock that you are in your family and the way that you are doing things for other people. I think that is I don't even know you personally, and I can tell that's a quality about you that makes you so special. But you are 19. You're still developing. You're still a child. You are still a child within yourself, and you shouldn't have to hold all of this.
This is a lot of weight to carry.
Yes,
for one person.
Anybody,
for
regardless
anyone.
of the age, but you're in such a developmental part of your life, and you're going to school and all these things. And I think boundaries is the number one thing you need right now. I think a real adult, and I say adult because I'm more saying serious conversation you need to have with both your parents, and really just, you know, boil it down to one thing. It doesn't have to be this big conversation where you guys talk about everything. That gets overwhelming when you kind of anticipate a conversation like that, a confrontation like that.
Right.
It's like, fuck, where do you even start? Just go into the conversation simply verbalizing your needs, not what you think they need or what you think they need from you. Your needs as you. And say, guys, like,
I'm overwhelmed.
I'm very overwhelmed with our family right now. I really need to focus on school. And I feel like I need somebody to talk to. I am okay. I feel like if you say that, like, that, you know,
it takes away the like rash.
Because I'm sure any parent would be like, oh my God, or like, are you thinking dark thoughts? You know, all these things. Say, I am okay, but I really feel like I need a resource, an unbiased opinion to talk about things with.
And I need to focus on me.
Yeah.
Because maybe they haven't realized that, like, the burden that they put on you.
Right. They probably haven't.
Yeah.
I feel most parents don't.
Right.
Sadly. But you recognizing it is huge. And I want you to catch this before it brings you down. It's not who you are. You aren't your family's problems. You aren't these things you carry. You are you, and there's so much of you that still needs to develop and flourish and thrive, and you'll find her once you let go of these other problems. And, you know, it will come with time, but I really hope you reach a day where, you know, you realize you can't fix everything. As shitty as that and scary as that is to hear sometimes for us, for anybody, it's really something I feel everybody needs to accept. I had to go through a thing with that. Like, I felt like I had to fully get control over my mental health, especially. But once I let go of the fact that, like, it's going to be
what it's going to be.
Yeah. It's going to be a process. It's, you know, it can't be fixed overnight, and it can't be fixed with one person. That's when I kind of started to relax. So, one day at a time, set those boundaries, have a talk, and it might not be received well the first time. It might take a few talks, but if you could even afford something like BetterHelp, that's something where you can at least message somebody. You know, if you might not have the time, you said like you pick up your brothers and sisters and all that, like you seem like you have a busy schedule, but if you can even just like text an unbiased opinion, a therapist, a professional therapist, like, I'm glad you confide in us, but like, I want you to have professional help here. I think that would be a great resource too, but this is a lot to carry, and I feel really bad, but I can tell you're strong-minded and you'll get through it.
Okay, here's my last one. And I didn't read through it, and I just read the subject line, and I'm going to say it's funny, but it very well might not be funny.
Uh-oh.
I farted in front of my boss without knowing it. # sports bar.
Sports bar. It's going to be funny.
Okay, hello. And like, look how they spelled hello.
Hello. Capital O. Hello.
I would love to keep this anonymous, but thought I'd share because I was quite embarrassed and need some advice. So I serve at a sports bar and was beginning to do my side work to end the shift. Normally, the music is blaring at night because we have a DJ come every night. Sorry, my nose is so itchy.
No, mine too. I think it's something in the garage.
It's I don't know, something.
Whatever.
Normally the music is blaring at night because we have a DJ come every night, so it's typically pretty loud all over the restaurant. Anyway, I was trying to grab some to-go boxes to refill a server station when I decided to let one rip. Mind you, this is in a storage room by the kitchen where the cooks play separate music as well. I was on my period, so I already felt gassy, but really decided this would be a safe space because typically no one is in there, and it felt fitting. Well, I was wrong, because after I let it rip, I had turned around 30 seconds later and seen the general manager and a kitchen expo doing something on the computer in the room. Surprisingly, I didn't feel as embarrassed until I really started to think about it a couple days later.
A couple days. Ooh.
This isn't even the worst part. There's a story on how I even landed this job in the first place that plays a part. When applying, you have to try on the uniform, and they have you take pictures to see if you're a good fit. That's weird.
That's discrimination.
Yeah. For some reason, I had a horrible picture day and didn't do my makeup, and so I didn't get a call back until I called back and advocated for myself. So, if you can't tell, there's already slight tension with my hiring process as a manager. Had to talk to the GM so that I could get the job. Oh my god.
Yo, the
this
GM.
is so fucked. Okay, hold on.
Do you think it's Hooters?
Oh.
I'm just thinking.
Sports bar?
And like the uniform, like, I don't know.
Is this Hooters?
Is it Hooters?
Okay. Which I've always wanted to work at Hooters. I feel like I would slay.
You would slay all day.
This is my second week, going on third week working there, and of course I had to let it rip in front of them. I didn't know if they heard it or not, but I think the music had died down, and so it makes me think that they probably did. Plus, it wasn't a silent one. I could barely hear it, but sometimes if you're already in a room and someone comes in and does something, the sound might be louder just because you were already in their room. I love how you're like processing sound.
You have stayed up late at night and like fully
process like sound science.
Right. I'm picturing like string on a map, like figuring out who was standing where at what velocity they heard the volume of your fart vibration.
Oh my god, I'm dead. So after all of this, I'm trying to see what's the best way to go about this, because I feel like the GM basically hates me even more than he already did and thinks I'm disgusting, and honestly I should have gone to the restroom and I should have looked before I let it go. LOL. Again, normally there's no one in there. I think the best thing to do is just continue as if nothing happened, because I don't know if they heard it, but a part of me still does. LOL, so embarrassing. But typically embarrassing moments in life are the funniest moments, so exactly. I can laugh about it. But this felt nice to get off my chest. Also, just a slight tangent, I feel like I'm awkward with flirting and would love your personal tips on how to flirt with people. I know the cliche answer is to be yourself, but sometimes it's hard to do, and would love to know what y'all do. Thanks for being the cooler older sisters I never had. I'm the oldest in my family, so I typically have to learn things the hard way. Whoa, good point.
Yeah.
Thank you for the podcast. Love you guys both.
Wow.
Don't bring up the fart.
There's literally no need. You're fine.
You're fine.
They probably if anything, they laughed about it for like a day.
Like, oh, she just ripped one.
I have never heard a fart and been like, what the fuck that guy.
No.
Like, I've never like.
No, I'm like, ooh, you just farted in front of me. I feel like I just like passed a threshold.
Sure. And it's a giggle. Right. Like it's a giggle, and then we move on. It will never be held against you. I don't think you do
not have to bring this up.
I don't think you need to I don't think you need to work harder to like earn your spot by any means. If you bring this up, that's weird. Don't bring it up. I'm sorry, but I love that this is our last entry. Like, this sums up everything. We talk about grief. We talk about aliens. We talk about, and then we're like,
how to conceal your fart.
How to conceal your This is so funny.
Yeah, don't bring it up.
No, please
because
don't.
That would make it even more weird. Like,
Super
hey,
weird.
remember that one time? And like, because what if you brought it up and he didn't hear it?
And then you're like
talking about your farts for no reason.
Like, it shows that you've been thinking about it.
Right, which is a little out of pocket.
Yeah.
You don't need to be thinking about it this much.
No, you're fine.
You're fine. As far as the flirting goes, it
sounded like you said as far as the farting goes.
Maybe just like try and like keep it in next time.
Right.
No. Flirting. That's a hard one that I'm still trying to learn.
I say compliments.
Yes.
That's always like in like a cute way.
Yeah.
Like, compliments is always such an easy way to like make somebody smile. And like, that's flirting,
like,
right there.
Find your style and like not like clothing style.
Oh my God, the camera's gonna die.
Oh my God, no.
Go on.
Okay.
Find yourself.
I like to like grab the arm
Oh, you're like a touchy flirty?
Yeah, but not overly touchy. Like if I'm trying to move past you, I'll touch you on the lower back.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like it when guys do that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not so much a toucher, but not that I'm against it. It just doesn't come naturally. I'm more of like a looker. Like I like to do like eyes and not like suave, like romantic
eye contact,
eyes, but just eye contact.
Eye contact changes everything.
Yes. I was just thinking if it's Hooters, I think they wear white shorts. No, they were orange shorts, white shirts. Yeah. I was going to say white
Risky,
shorts.
Period
Fart too.
Oh, that's
a double threat right there.
Otherworldly.
Stinky.
And just like constant.
And hot. Hot farts.
Hot farts.
Period farts are hot.
Oh, sorry.
That shit sucks. Let us know if it's Hooters though. We won't tell anybody, don't worry. But now I just need to know for science.
Let us know. This concludes.
This is it.
Bye. This is season 2. No, don't click off yet. Actually, we were gonna say if you guys during our break, if you guys want more content, we said it before, we do have a Patreon where if you sign up, you get access to all of our past episodes. So you'll be able to watch all of our Friday episodes from season 2.
35 of them.
Yeah. There's
literally 35, a whole other season.
So we could talk to you for the next 2 months.
Right. And it won't feel like you're missing out.
Right.
So there's that. But
don't get rid of us.
We're not going to be completely silent. I mean, on socials and whatnot, I'll be vlogging a lot of the move and whatnot. So it'll only be for a little bit. It's just for the adjustment.
And you know what? It's not going to be 2 months.
No, I don't see it being 2 months.
It's not going to be 2 months.
We'll keep you guys updated, of course. But yeah, this is a big moment. This is season 2 of a podcast I never even saw past season 1. Not that I didn't believe we'd do it, but like it was never our intention.
No, we started so when we applied to our apartment today, we both put in there that like we have a podcast, and I wrote it's turned into like our biggest passion.
Right. Oh yeah.
And I feel like we didn't go into this thinking it would be this.
No.
It is. This is like, and I was talking to the guy that I've been seeing about it, like this, I can't see myself without this podcast. My mental health through all of this, like
knowing myself, knowing you,
yeah,
like our friendship, like I feel like
we've gotten so much out of this, and we went into it like obviously we do this for you guys, but it's really showed me how much like we needed this too.
Yeah. I think it was, for me, it was the thing that I didn't know I needed, because like I always knew I wanted to do something different than just YouTube, and I couldn't figure out like what type of platform it was. And I knew I still liked video, but I don't know. I love how raw this is, and especially doing it with you.
We just like get to be ourselves.
This is what we do regardless. Now we just record it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing the community we've built. I mean, when we meet you guys out in public, and like the immediate comfort we have with everybody who comes up and is an Oddvice fan, like
you guys feel like our friend, like you guys say it to us a lot, but like you guys feel like our best friends too.
Yes. It doesn't feel like, you know, like fan culture. Like it doesn't, it feels like
you guys know the deepest parts of my soul.
Literally.
And I say this to people a lot. I say this to friends of like close friends of mine who listen to the podcast for the first time. I'm usually like, it's weird because you guys know more about me than some of my closest friends do. Like when I hear that a friend's going to listen, I'm like, whoa, you're about to learn some shit about me.
Right.
And the fact that a close friend is going to learn something that you guys know, it's just weird. Like we get to, this is so cool.
Yeah. It's really cool to, you know, even like looking or thinking about past episodes, the growth that we've had, even from the old opinions we've had on past things. Not that anything's like crazy changed, but even like I'm sure the way we talked about love season 1 is way different than now. And amongst so many other topics.
Sometimes I like cringe when I want to go back and listen to an old episode, but like we've grown so much.
We've grown so much, and like we were saying earlier, like we're growing up with you guys, like the people that have been around since the beginning.
I can't wait till we're like married with kids and we're still sitting on here.
Facts. And no, it's gonna be the same thing. Think about, we have this to look back on too. Like
our kids are gonna learn from this shit.
Yeah. Like this will always be on the internet. What?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. That's just like weird to think about.
It's
like
really cool, and I'm so excited to like continue doing this.
I'm excited for season 3. We're so grateful that you guys even stuck around this long. Like that, like we keep saying, we just never even thought this would be a thing. So thank you for supporting us this whole time. It's just so exciting that we're having one more season, and it's only the beginning. We don't plan on stopping. We plan on just living our life with these microphones in our hands, and if it helps even one person,
that's why we're doing it.
That's why we're doing it. So here's to, we should have brought like a drink or something. We don't have one. If you guys have a drink, you can choose a screen. Here's
solid season 2,
and an even better season 3. To new chapters,
to New York,
to pushing ourselves across the fucking country, to new relationships,
new beginnings,
new food, and
new advice.
Snow.
Ugh.
We're gonna be in the snow. That's crazy. Okay, we love you guys so much. We love you so
fucking
I love you
much.
so much.
It's gonna be so
this
weird.
Is crazy. I feel like it's like the New Year's countdown right now.
Oh yeah.
5.
I thought you were gonna say the final count.
Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We love you guys so much. We'll talk to you
not in 2 months, closer than that.
I want to say like
a month and 2 weeks.
I'm gonna say mid-June.
Yeah,
mid-June feels right. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.